Guys, welcome to week 9, day 3. This is my first ever voiceover. It's gonna be a 10-minute hit, no repeat. We're gonna start with 40 seconds of work with our step backs. You can start right away. We're using 20-pound dumbbells. And just remember that you want to keep your back leaning slightly forward, straight, and everything is at 90 degrees. My shoulder blades are rolled back. And then we just go for 40 seconds, alternating legs. And we're still going. Time. So now we take our 20-second break, and the next move that we're going to do, we need our 10-pound dumbbells. We're just going to do a double bicep curl. And go. Oh, just kidding. We're doing squat to overhead press. So I'm keeping my weights parallel with my knees, right? So I'm bringing the dumbbells straight up to the sky. They're not going out. More than halfway. And time. 20-second break. Okay, so now we're doing our double bicep curl. So I'll tell you when to start. Keep your, here we go, starting now. So you're gonna keep your elbows bent the whole time. You curl all the way up, go down, just almost to the bottom, but we keep our elbow bent so that our bicep is activated the whole time. More than halfway done. Slow, controlled movement. Keep those elbows close to your hips. Don't let your elbows flare out. And time. Good. All right, so we're gonna do our squat. We can start now, knee to elbow. So we squat, and then we're gonna, at the top, bring our opposite knee to elbow. And then as you get the hang of this movement, you can pick up the pace a little bit, but you really wanna drive that knee up to the elbow and then maybe pause for like half of a second at that top. Time. Awesome job, guys. All right, so the next thing that we're gonna do, we're just gonna do push-ups with some mountain climbers. So I start in a regular push-up. So we do a push-up, and then we go 1, 2, 3 with our legs, and then push up again. So I go all the way down, up, driving my knee towards my chin for my mountain climbers, and then I do another push-up. 1, 2, 3, 4, push-up. 1, 2, 3, 4, push-up. And then eventually I go down to my knees for modification. Almost done here. And that's time. All right, next we're doing our dead bugs. So the key here is to make sure that your tailbone is touching the mat the whole time. I'll tell you when to start. Oh, you guys can start now. I had a little issue with my computer, so we're starting. So basically, my legs are 90 degrees. Opposite arm and leg is going to drop on the exhale, and then I'm going to inhale to center. Exhale, everything extends. Inhale to center. So make sure that tailbone is engaged with the mat, tucking that navel in and up. Try to keep your legs more parallel. Mine are like, my knees are a little bit towards my stomach. They should be further away, and that's time. Good. All right, almost done, guys. So the next thing that we're doing, Rdls. So we're gonna grab our 20s. So when you do the RDL, you wanna keep the weight as close to your shins as possible. And instead of thinking of leaning forward, you wanna think about sticking your butt backwards towards the back wall. And then you wanna keep your back as straight as possible. So we're hinging at our hips. And then the key here is that on the way up, we keep our weights close to our body and we're thinking about pushing the floor away. Instead of thinking about lifting the weights up, think about pushing that floor away with our legs and bring your glutes up to the top. And kind of pause at the top for a split second. Almost done here. And time. Good job. Okay, the last thing that we're doing is in and out squats. So we don't need weights. If you can't jump, you can just step in, out, out, right? So you step in, squat, out, squat. In, squat, out, squat. Otherwise, we're just hopping with our legs wide and then our legs closer together. And again, I'm sitting into my butt, right? When I sit, my back leans slightly forward, but it's still very straight. There's no arch or curl in my back. And this is the last movement for the day. Time. All right, we're done. Good job, guys. Thank you for doing this. Oh, just kidding. We're not done. We still have to do sit-ups to overhead press. So sit up. We have our weight. We're going to have it up to the sky the whole time. You guys can start now if you're still with me. Sorry. So I never drop the weight. My elbows are like kind of slightly bent and I'm just pick a spot in the ceiling and I'm reaching that weight towards that spot. And I'm trying to move the weight as little as possible. And the only thing coming up off the mat is my upper body, and vertebrae by vertebrae, I let my back come back down to the mat. So when I'm lifting myself up, I'm very controlled. And then on the way back is also very controlled. Good. Okay, now I promise this actually is the last thing that we're doing. This is, we're doing yoga lunges. So basically, we're like kind of in a plank and we do our 1, 2, 3 mountain bikes and then we come up into a low lunge. And we can start now. 1, 2, 3. Come up into a low lunge. 1, 2, 3. Other side. And you just go at your own pace here. And then this is the last thing, I promise. We're actually done after this. So when we step up, make sure our weight is in our heels, right? So when we come up into this lunge, Make sure our weight is in our front heel and we're reaching our hands nice and tall to the sky. As you can see, time. I was exhausted. Okay, now we're really done. I was exhausted. Here comes my dog. Good job. Thank you as always for doing this with me. I promise this will be the only voiceover that I do. I don't know if I liked it very much. Maybe you guys liked it better. I don't know. Let me know what you thought. But anyways, we have 2 more days this week, and this is week 9. I loved this workout. I was so tired and not feeling it, so I'm glad that I finished. All right, I'll see y'all tomorrow.